See, special guest Pickles.
He decided he wanted to be right in the middle of everything.
Pickleton the third.
Good morning. Kind of like this with the cat over here with us.
Yeah.
He came right up as soon as I came up. He's like, Mama, I'm going to the corner with you. I'm like, okay.
You get coffee?
I did get coffee, thank you.
Kind of in my spot, but that's okay. Bushes can do that.
You could probably move over a little bit if you wanted to.
I'm not going to disturb him. First. Dean. That's a trend I haven't seen in a while. I haven't seen anybody do that in a while. First.
Be like dibs. Like when you all show up in the car at the same time, you're like, dibs! Front seat.
Dibs, yeah.
Oh, that coffee tastes good today.
Bush is very content this morning.
Are we still on good coffee or are we on medium coffee?
I think we're on medium coffee. I think we have one bag of good coffee left, but I couldn't fish it out. I was just grabbing whatever coffee.
Yep.
None of it's bad, so.
We got a really, really big container, enough so that it was comical to the folks in TSA when we were flying, of our favorite coffee up in Maine the last time we were up. And I think we're down to, whenever we get a big thing of coffee, I divide it up into little sandwich bags and then put all those sandwich bags in a big Ziploc bag. And that's how we keep everything fresh and bug-free. And I think I'm down to my last sandwich bag full of Jamaica Me Crazy, which is absolutely, I was trying to remember, is it Casco Bay? I can't remember the name of the brand.
I don't know. We get it at Tiller and Rye.
Yeah, it's the Tiller and Rye loose coffee. Oh, Puss is like, I don't know how I feel about this.
You can head out. Can you say hi to everybody first?
Pickles. Come here. Ah. I think this is bullshit. Hey, I've never checked if we can swear on YouTube. Do we get flagged if we swear on YouTube?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. No, I think YouTube's, you get demonetized if you do certain things, but we don't monetize. I don't give a shit. No, we're not going to make money off them, you know.
Selling back down.
The amount of viewers that we have, so it doesn't really matter. It's a big deal to people who make their living doing it, because I remember Rick Moore, not our Rick Moore, the other Rick Moore. He had to completely remake one of his videos.
Yeah.
And re-release it because of some piece of music it had in the background that demonetized it, and that's his channel. That's a huge deal. That's like a week's worth of income for him. Yeah. So I totally get that, but I can do whatever.
Well,
I don't give a shit.
And it's like, most people know enough not to, if they're going to try to monetize it, not to put a copywritten piece of music behind their thing. But if you're just in a bar and you happen to take a clip of video and that winds up in there, but there's a copyrighted song in there, then that video can't be monetized.
I think that's what happened to him.
Yeah.
But whatever, we do so much music that it's like,
we just use it.
And our music's copyrighted, but we own it. So
right, that's different. And a lot of times in our previous YouTube videos, honestly, you'd be amazed how many of those videos, the music behind them is largely Galen sitting in the cockpit screwing around on his guitar. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. Can you do that again? And I'll record it.
And you can make a living. You can make a living just making up songs for YouTube. I mean, you can use our songs on YouTube and Instagram.
Yep.
But you can actually, you put your songs in there, and if people use them, you get a small cut. I mean, the hustle on that and the amount of volume you have to, even if you're writing really good, and making well-produced material, the volume you have to do is ridiculous. It's like an 80-hour-a-week job, and that's not what I wanted. If I had to have an 80-hour-a-week job, I mean, that would be one I would have, absolutely. But I don't, so I'm not going to. Can't make me.
You got to do all sorts of things to funnel people to your stuff.
I should open my phone if I can find it.
Well, that's a good idea.
So we can see what people are saying. I see little comments popping up here, but
I want to say that I saw it over by your
I had it right here. I don't know what happened to it.
Well, I'm definitely not sitting on it.
I must have taken it downstairs. I'll be back.
Okay.
Puss will probably follow me down.
He might. He's been pretty chill today. He was really chill yesterday too. Like more so than usual.
He had a pretty mellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't like there's nothing wrong with it.
No, he was just very like.
He was just like,
hey,
yeah.
how's it going?
I'm gonna be a good kitty today.
I'm not gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna throw a bunch of stuff on the floor.
What do you want?
I'm just gonna hang out. How you guys doing? You could actually.
You want to go down anyways?
You could feel it from him.
Oh, here's my phone.
You could feel it from him. Just this like whatever.
All right, Puss. I'm gonna take your spot over if you're gonna leave.
But you can go in the other corner if you want to.
You can. He's got to go. Yeah, he is like. I've got some serious sleeping to do.
That was me yesterday. Serious
Oh,
sleep.
here we are. Okay, now we can adjust ourselves. Whatever. All right, let's see what people are saying or if they're just staring at us. Oh. I'm trying to do something. I see a video I want to look at later.
It's kind of a weird day. It's like it keeps going like super sunny
See,
and then suddenly rainy. I almost suggested we do it inside because I have a feeling we're going to get dumped on at some point in the middle.
Do it
Whatever.
inside later.
Yeah. And for a Sunday, it's pretty quiet out here. Normally we have a lot of little boats buzzing around us, but not today. Apparently everybody else is chill too.
Still trying to figure this out. There we go.
Apparently everybody else is chill too.
Well,
there I am.
he's on the nip. We are staring. Well, enjoy.
But what can you share with me? What
Enjoy the
so
staring.
I can hear it too.
Hey, Bill Davis. Good morning. That was when I said everybody's just staring at us. Christina.
Oh.
So we are staring. It's like poking us with sticks, going,
Hello?
"Do something.
Hello. Is this thing
Do
on?
something funny." Mike has a video he's going to send us from aforementioned conversation.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we got a pickle sighting today, so it's a good day.
That's right. The island packet took off.
Yeah, like a day ago. Yeah.
Oh no, he was there. He was there when I was out here yesterday.
Yeah, but he left. No, he just stayed a couple hours.
Oh.
I think we assessed that situation right. Yeah, I think he was out there just showing
Yeah, I think he was trying
a couple
to
of other either novice or non-sailors what anchoring and what that was all about. It looked like, because he was pontificating a lot. But then again, some sailors just do that whether you ask for it or not.
Yeah, there seemed to be a lot of, well, this is that, and this is the other thing, and that's how you do
Oh
that.
my God! You think
while they were anchoring really
you
precariously.
think mansplaining is bad?
Sailor
Splaining is like, ooh.
Sailor splaining. That needs to be a song too. Sailor splaining.
Yeah, it doesn't really roll off the tongue.
He was sailor splaining.
Yeah, it's like nothing. Everything that anything that's raining or anything that's developing like right over our heads.
Mm.
Like there's no, like there's just a bunch of it seems like a bunch of loose moisture coming from the south, which is another weird weather pattern I haven't seen in a while. All the weather's coming from the south, like direct south. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it'll be like super sunny, and then they're all of a sudden raindrops.
And it's raining. Yeah, I don't. And you look on the radar, and it's like you can't until it actually rains, and then sometimes not even then. But anyways, that's our bullshit. So Fridays, I don't know if we're gonna do that every Friday, or I'm just gonna do it when I can. Do you want to switch places, or?
Kinda, but let's see.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. We'll get
see, it might just stop in like a second.
Well, I don't mind switching places.
I'll tell you when I give up.
I don't care about getting wet. I'm on a boat. Yeah, we're doing, like we mentioned, doing some more like quick lives, like under 10 minutes, just popping on and doing something. So like pretty much every night, or at least some point during the day, I'll come out here with some set of gear and practice, or I'll just play. Usually practicing is part of that.
It's practice even if you're screwing around, because you're improving your technique.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying to apply things that I learned on YouTube videos as I was falling asleep the night before and trying to remember them. And things I thought of, but yeah, I'll come out here and I'll screw around with that, and I'll just do like a little jam, and it might not be even be a whole song. It might just be part of a song that's looped over and over, and I'm just playing guitar over it. Or we might practice a song, or I don't know. We'll do something. It'll be more musically based. Yeah, so keep on the lookout for that. Hit that the little bell button, so that way when we go live, you can be like, oh, they're live now. We might try to make a little announcement on Facebook beforehand.
If I had an umbrella.
Well, just switch places with me. Switch places.
I realized that it's not so easy for you. I realized that now it's letting up. All right, get over myself.
She's gonna sit there in the rain and complain about the rain, and then I'm gonna be like, switch places, and she's not gonna.
If it keeps up, or it just keeps coming back strong, I will. But I'm okay right now. It's stopping right now.
Bill says he sees an occasional raindrop in the shot. Well,
I'm fine if it's just spitting.
Yeah.
When it starts like coming down harder, I'm like.
So recap of the week. I got a wild hair across my ass and decided that I was going to replace that faucet that we bought months ago.
It's a great faucet.
Yeah.
I love the faucet.
Well, to do that, you have to take all the cat box and all the cat stuff out of there, because that's where I have to be, and kind of clean it, because it's kind of, it gets kind of stinky and gross down there.
Yep. Switch.
Holy shit! Just switch.
Yeah, I know. I got stuff.
Yeah, you're just moving here. You're not going across the friggin' boat. Just, you can still reach it. You're sitting here.
Okay. Whoops. Just for a second.
There we go.
Okay.
You good?
I'm getting there.
All right.
Thank you.
What was I saying?
You got a wild hair across your ass.
The friggin' faucet. So I get the old faucet out, which was a little bit, corrosion and all that stuff. I get it out, put the new one in, I go to hook it up, and it's not the same hookup. So I should have looked at this before. But I figured, oh, well, if it's not the same hookups, I'll just go to the store and buy hookups. Well, apparently no.
That would be too easy.
None of the stores around here had them. So, and because we don't have a car, I can't, I'm not going to go in and look, but, you get it online and you look and yeah, nobody had any. So I had to order them. So they're not going to be here till like Thursday. And then meanwhile, while I'm doing that, I'm going in and out of there. The drains are corroded at the bottom of the sink, and that comes loose. So now I got the drains loose in there, and I can't get them back on because it's all corroded. I'm like, okay. So I kind of got them halfway back on. Just ordered new everything, waiting for it to come in. So the drain should be in today. But
it's not that huge of a deal, but like I'm washing the dishes in the bathroom sink, and I did go in, and technically our tank water is probably fine for drinking because we rotate it so frequently living aboard full time. And the last time we had it open, it was actually remarkably clean.
And we filter it going in.
And we filter it going in, but it's not a completely closed, like there are openings, stuff can get in there, whatever. I just feel better. The only place on the boat that we have a filtration system for drinking, like to really like it's coming out super clean, is in the kitchen sink. So I did kind of nicely insist that we go in and we got some bottled water just for drinking for the next few days. It probably would have been fine.
You can get one of those Brita filters.
What?
You can get one of those Brita filter things.
Oh, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea for when something like this happens. Just get a small one, so you could, filter like a glass or so at a time, or a pint, or well, I guess that's like a glass. But anyway, so yeah, we get a little bit of bottled water just for drinking and stuff. If I'm cooking pasta or stuff, I'm boiling it anyway, so whatever. But that'll get us by until Thursday. And in the meantime, he did get the actual faucet in, and it looks really nice.
Oh, the faucet's great, yeah. And the old faucet I have underneath the sink in a bucket, all hooked up. So if we do need water, I can use that. We're not like. It's not a big deal. No. But it's just that we have to take the cap box out.
Yeah.
And then go into the bucket and like take the faucet out, and yeah,
honestly it's easier.
It's not ideal. So yeah, we're just buying bottled water.
It's easier to just get a few gallons of water.
Zero brand is better than Brita. We'll keep that in mind and pick one up, I think.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I was having trouble seeing that. You can't see it in my skirt, can you? In the shot?
No, Mike is trying to, but he can't. He said he can't.
All right.
Brita filter can be used to upgrade vodka as well. Upgraded vodka.
Sure.
Don Parker. Hey, how's it going?
How's married life?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Big fan of Gordon Lightfoot.
I'm guessing
you should post more playing videos.
Yeah, you should. I'm guessing that most people know at this point, but in case you hadn't gotten the word, we are going to be up in Maine this summer. Galen's doing a show at Penobscot Theater. I'm probably going to book a few solo shows, and I'm sure we'll do at least one Sail Bum show, if not 2 or 3. We may go up to Canada and do a few shows around the Halifax area. A lot of that depends on what's going on with the borders and all that good stuff. I know.
I'm going up.
I know.
I'll go across on a fucking snowmobile. I mean, it's the summertime, so that'll be hard, but I'll go across somewhere.
But either way, for our friends in Maine, we will definitely be up in Maine this summer. So if anybody wants to get together.
If anybody's going over by boat at the end of the summer, let us know. We can hitch a ride.
Yep. And right now we're not.
Awesome. Thanks, John.
Right now, we're not exactly sure where the boat's going to be during this summer, but we're pretty close to a decision.
I think we're just going to let it float around in the Atlantic. We'll find it later. Pickles will steer it. He'll come get us.
That would be interesting. I don't think he would come get us.
We'll just set it. We'll just set the sails for the Mediterranean, and by the time we're done in Maine, we can just fly over to Spain, and it should be sitting there on the coast somewhere. Pickles will be up on the bow.
There you go. What's more?
Yeah. I'm not sure if Pickles speaks Spanish.
Well, he's been around you watching telenovelas.
He doesn't speak English. Keep telling him to do stuff. He doesn't understand English, so maybe he does understand Spanish. So that's basically, and we've done a couple other projects. I can't remember what they are. We got all the gaskets ordered for our windows. I got to start replacing the gaskets.
Where we have the majority of the food storage is behind and under the starboard settee, and I completely pulled everything out of the big storage area behind the starboard settee and cleared out anything that really should go and reorganized everything, and I fit a lot more stuff in there, and I managed to get 2 bags of trash off the boat as well as a bag of bags because I've bought too many.
Oh my God.
I have a bag issue.
You think?
It's really, you know what it is? It's really
an addiction?
No. It's really hard to bring groceries back to the boat in lots of little plastic bags. So I like to use the reusable, like Publix or Hannaford bags, the ones that you can have the cloth-like handles. But once in a while, I go to a store and I get more than I intended, or I forget the bags, and so I'll just buy the $1 bag to have the bag that I have to pay back.
Here's the problem. Yeah, that's it. You don't bring the bags, then you buy more bags. You might as well just have the fucking plastic bags.
I mean, in fairness, most of the time I do bring them.
We're just gonna throw. Now we're paying $1 for each bag, and we're just throwing them away. What the hell? What kind of business model is this for us?
I've really thrown very few of them away, but I did throw 4 away yesterday.
There was only 4?
Yeah, the other stuff that was in
raising the
stuff.
Bullshit flag hard on that.
No, there were only 4. And we've used them for lots of other stuff too. Like we use them for project bags. Like
that's true.
Let's say we're in the middle of doing a big wood project out on deck. I'll take one of those and I'll put all the stuff I'm using for that project in that, and then I just know that's my project bag until that project is done, and then I'll throw it away when it gets all like sandy from sanding stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, they do get we multi-purpose them. That's for sure.
I consolidated my toolboxes, so I don't.
That's right.
I don't have a toolbox sitting in the living room anymore.
Yay.
So that's boring as shit for you guys.
Very exciting.
Exciting for us. I just stubbed my damn toe on
that was a
toolbox.
It was a good toolbox. It was one of those really, really big canvas husky ones.
Yeah, but it's seen its day.
But every time I had to zip that thing up, it was like an act of Congress. It's just like the zipper didn't want to work anymore. It was like such a pain in the butt. So now,
full of cat hair.
So now this is really cool. So if you've seen our boat before, in the past, not like recently, you know that we used to have a bunch of the waterproof
rigid toolboxes
that lock strapped to our turtle, like right in front of the Dodger, the flat area right in front of the Dodger. Well, he a while ago, he got rid of them up on deck, which was also really great, and he put them all in the back storage areas. But now he's got just one right in front of the pedestal, right in the cockpit, and it's got everything that was in that tool bag that he kept inside with all the like stuff you need all the time. And so it's waterproof, and it's out here. And it's adorable because we put one of those floaty cushions on top of it so it can actually be extra seating. And Pickles loves it. Pickles is like, ooh, this is like a little cat perch I can just sit on.
Instead of being on the way, this is actually, I'll just show you. Dean said we should show things more. So
well,
here we are showing.
Dean hath spoken.
I don't know if you can see it. I'm kind of going blind here. That's the toolbox. It's kind of nasty right now, but This is the thing Pickle sits on. But you can see this, that actually acts as a step. So if you want to traverse the pit on that side, you can easily do it easily and safely.
Yeah, we used to have to
whereas
go all the way
before, you either have to step on the traveler, which isn't ideal, or like she said, you have to go all the way around back or all the way around front. But this way, you can traverse the pit right in the middle, really quickly, and which is great if you're up, if you're not in the pit, and you can still stand in the pit if you want. But if you're up, and most of the time, unless it's heavy weather, we're not in the pit. We're like on top of the seats,
so we can see better.
So if we have to tack, and somebody has to winch and then go and do the other winch, or it's a pain in the ass. But now we can step right over.
Yeah, so it actually even enhances safety, and he's got it ratchet strapped right to the pedestal, so it's not going anywhere. Plus, it's pretty heavy. It would take quite a bit to move it. Even in seas, it's not going to move that quickly.
Used 100 gigabyte of data. Okay. Why do I care?
I don't know. I just got that warning on my phone last night too.
Or is our plan not unlimited right now? Or do they throttle us?
I don't know. Maybe we should check. I thought we had unlimited, but maybe after the first 100 it slows down a little bit. We'll check.
Oh, I'll find a different plan then. We're already at 4. No, we're at 5G.
That's the first time I've seen that too. That's the first time I've had that warning come up on my phone. That I remember.
Yeah, really weird.
Must be something new with Android. I saw the funniest thing the other day.
Was it Android or our service?
Oh, I don't know. I saw the funniest thing the other day where some guy did a little video, and he said, "Okay, here's what you do: you take your phone and you take some Vaseline, and you take your iPhone and you put a little bit of Vaseline across the camera, and now you have an Android." We both have Androids.
Yeah. iPhone people think iPhones are like some sort of like technological wonder, but they're really not.
There's the sunshine. Yay. Oh, we had such a good lunch yesterday. We had a really late lunch. It was like a 4 o'clock lunch, but we got salmon, and we used our grill for the first time. We had bought a new grill.
Yeah, new grill working great.
For those that knew what we had a round Magnum grill, but it was starting to deteriorate. The insides were starting to rot out. And we found a used one, but in perfect shiny condition at a Marine Liquidators in Fort Pierce. And it was only $70. And if you know how much those are, that's a massive steal for one that's in fantastic condition. So we had grabbed it, but we hadn't used it since we bought it about a month ago. So I got some salmon, and we had, oh my God, you cooked it perfectly too. It had that char and crispiness on the top.
Yeah,
but the inside was all soft.
Much more even grill than our old one, because the parts aren't rusting in water and rotting out.
Oh, sorry.
Did you have an update? On the operating system, I don't believe so. But I'll check if one's due.
Oh, talking to Dean?
No. Christina. Make sure your box doesn't condensate or accumulate water. You know, these rigid boxes, we had them, like she said, we had 4 of them right out on deck here. No, 5 of them.
Right out in the elements.
On the elements. Winter, 2 winters, they were out there. Like hard winters, not like here winters.
Like Cape May.
And bright sun, we've had them in hurricanes, multiple hurricanes, multiple blows over 50, 60 miles an hour. Never breached any of them.
Nope. No no condensation.
In fact, when you open them, they still smell like Chinese factory.
Yeah, that plastic smell.
And we've had them for 6 years now.
Yeah.
So the only thing, the clasps aren't stainless steel, so they're rusty, and you have to just kind of every once in a while knock them down. And I should paint them. I don't. I should paint them or oil them or something.
Oh, that's an idea.
But honest to God, bang for buck, those rigid toolboxes, if you have to keep anything safe and environmentally sequestered, environmentally sequestered.
Do like a video just on those. Maybe the company would send us new ones that don't have rusty handles.
No, they won't.
After 6 years, though, and a lot of that being out in the elements, I mean, pretty much everything on the sailboat is out in the elements, but those were like out on deck.
Oh, they were right on deck.
At least 2 years.
I mean, they were strapped down with like 500-pound, webbing, and man, all the shit we've been through, we've had seas break over them.
Never had water in them.
Yeah. So
like kept,
next boat I'm going to build a boat out of those. I'm just going to keep accumulating. Fuck yeah. Yeah, big old catamaran, and those would be the pontoons. Big old Kontiki raft. Oh, that would be an internet challenge right there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not an internet challenge, but a challenge that might gain some. But then they might take notice.
But that was a great decision. I remember when you first bought that first one, and you were thinking, well, these will be great to have on the boat because, regardless of where we keep them, they'll be waterproof. And then it was a whole thing of like with the tools in them, they're really quite heavy. So we didn't want to put them in the back holds because they'd be really hard to lift out all the time. So we put them out on deck while we were still doing, because there was a point where it was like constant projects.
Constant. Unlike now where it's just constant projects that we ignore.
Well, now it's more like, well, let's make this better. Let's make that better. Let's do this improvement. And it's not like you need access to your buffer and every kind of sandpaper and your staple gun and everything else. You don't need that like all the time.
Buffer's in that box, by the way.
Oh, is it? What else is in that box, just so I know?
My regular tools, the buffer, the 2 buffer pads, all the sanding. Because we used to have an entire box just full of sanding discs and sandpaper.
And we used
That's how much sandpaper we had. We're down to a sane amount, and that's in there.
Yep.
Still quite a lot. I'll probably throw out like half of the 320 because we don't use a lot of 320 for much of anything. I'll give it to Henry.
I do for some things, but I probably have way more than I need.
Yeah, that's it. I know this is waterproof, but this is if the Vances watch this, still ticking, baby. Ultimate Ears.
Ultimate Ears Mega Blast.
Ultimate Ears Mega Blast.
I did not close the bathroom window.
I know. It's a wet head with a drain, so we're fine. Have not installed the shower box yet. I might do a template for it today.
That'd be a good day to do that.
I am doing music projects hopefully most of the day, unless we have something more pressing.
Now I'm wondering, I don't remember seeing that contact paper when I cleaned out the starboard settee, and I thought that's where that tracing paper was.
I have a couple of shipments that should be up at the marina office, so they would have cardboard. Okay. So I might be able to use cardboard if I have to. Contact paper just might be easier, but I swear that contact paper was in the V-berth or someplace like that.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
If not, I might have something else that you can use. Getting
rained on again, but
yep. Hopefully it's not going in my phone.
Is it round, hook, and loop, or
my phone is supposed to be waterproof, but it's not.
Is
really.
it round, hook, and loop, or stick? Refresh me again as to what I said that you said that to, because I say a bunch of shit and then it just goes out of my.
Probably sandpaper.
Oh, sandpaper. It is, hook and loop. Yeah, hook and
For a
loop.
typical rotary sander.
Yeah. You'll need some 320. Okay, have at it, babe.
Who's that?
Hamby.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
We'll save it for you.
We'll give you a stack.
Yeah. Have at all the sandpaper you want. There's a whole bunch of it in there. Yeah, and I don't keep it locked, which I probably shouldn't say after I said I got the buffer in there.
Back when we used to have them out on deck, you did used to lock them.
Oh yeah, because I had like, a
lot of power
$1,500 worth of tools in there easily at any given moment. But
it's a lot of tools.
I have less now. I've got a lot of it in storage.
And none of it was. I can attest to the fact that when we first left and he brought all the stuff that he brought, I was like, "There's no way we're going to use all of this. This is insane." And after being on board for a year and constantly doing more projects, I'm like, we needed all of this. Like literally just needed.
I can't think of a tool I have not touched. I have touched every tool in every toolbox I have, at least two or three times.
And you have a.
I even made a tool. I had to make a tool.
Oh, you've done that more than once.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
You have extras of certain things, but like the stuff that you're always going to need, like Phillips screwdrivers and wrenches and stuff, because those things go in the ocean sometimes. So
I just had to buy a tool. There's a tool sitting up at the marina for me.
What did you buy?
The fucking thing to take the drains off.
Oh.
If you've never taken a drain off a sink, it's like this big, it looks like I don't know what the hell it looks like.
Well,
it looks like a tennis
disc
racket, like a tiny tennis racket without the strings in it, and that goes and has little teeth on it, and that goes up. You take the drain off, obviously the pipe, and that goes up, and you twist it, and it comes out. A lot of people don't even know this is a feature of their sink. The actual drain on the bottom, it's just, there's just a hole in your sink, and this drain sits down in there and has like a rubber gasket, and ours has like caulking on the other side, and a big ring that goes around, and you undo that ring, and you undo the caulking, and eventually you can get it so that lifts out, and then you put a new one in. It's like,
and we're not talking about the thing that you put in the bottom of the sink and push down to make it fill up.
Well, that's the thing that goes in it.
And we need those too. We need to replace those.
That comes with it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. But it's actually the piece that it sits in that we need to replace. They're all corroded. And we really don't want to have to replace the entire sink. So he's going to try to replace those drains before we go the whole sink route.
Sink might be easy to replace, but the thing is, finding one, number one, it's expensive. Number two, finding one that fits in that particular hole, because then you get into, I need to make the hole half an inch bigger. Okay, well, that's no big deal. I'll just make the hole. Oh, but that means you have to offset the faucet holes have to go back half an inch. Oh, Jesus Christ. And now I have to fill in the hot faucet. It's just, there's so much.
Look over your shoulder. It's so it's so freaking funny. There are fish jumping all over the place between us and that fishing boat, and they're all looking at, where are the fish? Where are the fish? I don't see any of the fish. They're all right behind you. They're right behind them. So funny.
There's
I don't remember whether you said this on the last live or not, but you were just talking about this the other day.
I don't know. I've been thinking it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. The whole there's a very That's the word I'm looking for. I think people, just to put it so we don't get into like a whole bunch of things, but for fishing, it seems like there's a very like hunter, like it's all hunter attitude. Like, I'm gonna go out there with my gun, I'm gonna find something, I'm gonna shoot it. And there needs to be more of a gatherer mentality mixed in with that, because really what you're doing is you're finding the fish and you're gathering them. It's like going out and finding berries that move.
Well, especially the way
you gotta hunt. You gotta hunt and find where the berries are moving. But but part of that is just sitting there and just fucking look. Stop. Don't just go out there and just start going wee with your fishing pole. And that has all sorts of male feminism connotations. But you don't just go out there and just fucking start
swinging your
friggin' pole around and throwing your hook everywhere. It's like, just stop for a second, or not a second, like 30 minutes, crack a friggin' beer, put the anchor in, and just sit there and look. And god damn it, I'll tell you what, the fish jump here all the time. You can tell it's no mystery. There's no mystery where the fish are. Just look. And just then, okay. So then paddle over there and then gather a bunch of them. The guy did that net fishing. He did that the other night, man. He was like hooting and hollering. He thought that was great. He threw
calling up load after load.
Yeah, throwing his net in there and hauling up the fish. And
yep, they're over in front of us now.
Yeah. Look at them, just all jumping over there. As soon as it starts sprinkling, you can see definitely where they'll jump out. But yeah, nobody wants to take the time to they all just want to.
So funny.
They just get. It's the same mentality that like when you go over by Haulover Bridge, like all these people just out in their pontoon boats just come right out in the middle of the channel, not even looking, just sitting there swinging their pole. It's like, no, gotta get. It's like, you're about to get killed by a friggin' 50-foot Hylas coming through. It's like, settle down. Anyways.
You can stop anytime.
Talking to me or the rain?
The rain. I mean, I'm fine under here. Now I'm just worried about my phone.
Yeah, phone's small.
What that has to do with anything? Your phone's small. It's just rain.
Phone's small. That's what they call it, fishing and not catching. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
And I guess that's me on the spectrum too, because I know part of it should just be like, no, you're just going out and having fun. You're just going out, you boat, doesn't matter. And I've done this. This is basically how I fish, because I don't give a shit. Just throw a line in and see what happens. I get it. That's
sure.
Yeah. Well, but I'm also like, going, that's inefficient. And, I get that part of me too. So
it is humorous though, because we always see the little boats going over fishing right near the mangroves, and granted, a lot of times the fish are by the mangroves.
Oh, that's where they are, yeah.
But it's super common for us to see them, and they're not really catching anything, and they're all right behind them, and they're just not seeing.
Well, there's miles of mangroves just in this little area. It's like, where do you go? Well, less so now because of the resort.
Did we talk about when did the stingray happen? Was that this week?
No, that was last week.
It was last week? Okay.
Stingray came underneath the boat. Ray. It
Ray, I don't know what kind of ray it was. But.
Yeah, our fish identification is not that great. Wow, cool lighting.
It is kind of cool.
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's
really,
weird.
Really nice lighting.
It's weird and hazy, but also kind of nice. It's a great temperature out today. Super comfortable.
It's with the occasional, you get spit on once in a while, and it's kind of like riding a camel. It's great until you get spit on.
Yesterday was a good temperature too. We went in and took showers. And got an Instacart delivery, so we had some water.
Yeah.
Picked up a couple of shipments of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I think today might be a music and I'm not sure for me what.
Yeah, I'm kind of like we've got your song there.
Yep. Water Witch.
Water Witch. Yeah, I've kind of got a really good beat on that, and I want to finish what I was doing while I was. So it's interesting. So that pedal, and if you watch, if you go and watch that jam video on Friday that we did, and I released a bunch of our videos out of Hostage. It's like I didn't realize that they were automatically saving as not even unlisted, but they were saving as private. So I went and liberated a bunch of those. So it should be fine now, and we'll get our shit together so it looks better and people can find things easier and label things.
Yeah, we'll do playlists.
That's what we should do today. That's what we should do today.
I need to do computer stuff anyway.
Yeah.
So that would be a good project for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, basically doing playlists. So you have like all of our like live videos of songs together, all of our any live performance stuff that's out there, our cockpit coffees that we put out there. Those at least we've got on a playlist right now.
And we got to upload our cockpit coffees from before too, so we can just archive them in YouTube.
Have you got those saved on your Yoga?
Yeah. I think they're on a hard drive actually.
Oh, okay. That'll take a while.
And gonna download the ones that we haven't downloaded before they go away. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do on that. So we should probably get that start that process today. Would be great for that. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh yeah,
for lunch.
So so that trio pedal that I used in that video, the one with the drums and the bass behind it, we're actually using that for the recording of Water Witch. And so we have the verse and the chorus like in there in two different sequences. And so I'm just recording those parts onto the into our DAW, into our onto the computer. And so then but the drums are just all on one static channel, just mono. So what I'm doing is I'm using like an AI thing to separate them into at least 3 different drum tracks. So I have the cymbals, the snare, and the bass. So that way I can fix the sounds of each of them and then pan them just slightly off so it has a more of a 3-dimensional sound. And it actually is working pretty well. I'm not displeased with that result. I would rather have the whole drum kit and everything, but you know, I'd rather be working in a multi-million-dollar studio. That'd be awesome, but we don't have that. Yeah. Occasional rain, but it's freaking gorgeous out here. Aside from that,
what's everybody doing for projects today? Stuff you got going on,
or not projects?
Plans, fun stuff. We talked about ours. Show us yours. Oh, now it's really coming down. I bet that bathroom's getting really wet. Yay!
It's just a bathroom.
Yeah.
It'll go away in a second, and if not, we'll call it and go in.
Well, we'll probably do that anyway because stuff to do, places to be, all that.
Yeah. Wind's picking up. Gee. Mike says he needs a nap.
Yeah. It's really kind of early coming down.
So what's it look like south? Yeah. Can't even tell. Look at the radar, which is probably going to tell us nothing. Oh yeah, we get a little cluster coming up.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
So I think we'll take off. But
calling it.
You guys have a good day. Thank you for hanging out with us once again. Look for us, hit that bell. So we're going to try to do more interesting things throughout the week and do like shorter. We'll always keep the Sundays like long and arduous, but
painfully long.
We'll do like 10, 15 minute at most during the week here and there. Try to keep them at times where people can join us or not, just kind of look back at them and laugh at us. But pickle cuddle on the I can't see anything. Too much rain on my glasses. All right, see you guys.
Bye. And of course it just stops.